Hey everyone, this is the Gadget Guru. This is going to be my what to do before and at a regionals to prepare for regionals, um, part three. And I'm gonna go over a few things that I've seen other people go over before in the past, and I haven't seen anyone go over, so I want to go over a little bit. The first thing is a mat. Mats are very important. Doesn't matter what brand or even if you buy like a Magic the Gathering mat to play with Yu-Gi-Oh, it doesn't even matter. It really doesn't. Now, if you're wondering why is a mat useful for me, the most basic answer to that question is it protects your cards. Um, Even if they're sleeved, it still protects them. A lot of times when you go to these tournaments, they'll have either plastic tables with little bubbles in them, little ridges all over, or they'll have wood tables which can have scratches in them and gouges and things where they're gotten damage. And a lot of the time when people are playing, when someone attacks their monster, they like to drag it and flip it up. They don't just like pick it up, flip it over, and drop it. They drag it and flip it up because it's easier to do that. I mean, drag, drop is easier than, like pick up, turn over, drop. So people drag and drop it. Well, the problem is when you're playing on a table that has little bubbles in it, or a wooden table that might have little pieces of wood sticking up that are uneven that you don't see. If you drag it, you may catch the card and just bend the crap out of it. I saw a guy playing once, and it was at a a locals, and they used wood tournaments. Excuse me. And he didn't use a mat. He had his card sleeved, but no mat. So he was like, "Well, I don't feel like spending the $15 for a mat." And in one of the matches he was playing, the person attacked his card, and he was like, "Okay, so," because he was right about to win, because he had like a OTK hand after this thing that he had Plague face down. After he sent it to the grave, the next round he had an OTK hand like crazy. So they attack. He's like, "Okay," so he grabs it and just pulls it really quickly, and it caught on the table and just like completely bent his Plague. Like his Plague was like, I don't know, permanently like that. That's what his Plague was like. I'm not gonna do it to my card because I don't want it too bent up. So, but you can just imagine it was just like a horrible, like horribly bent Plague, and because of that, he got a game loss because it was identifiable from his other cards in his deck, so he couldn't play with it in game 2 or game 3. Um, he sided out obviously, so it wouldn't be a problem in game 3. That way, he didn't get a match loss. But I mean, it just turned an instant win to an instant loss. And not only that, but he played and he lost his last game because he was playing zombies with no Plague. I mean, that's just so horrible. And so afterwards, they told him, you need to find a new Plague, or you have to drop. Or take a first round game loss. Or no, it was actually a drop because you couldn't even go into the duel because it was identifiable. So what he had to do, literally, the judge there we had was really nice. He's like, well, if you just take a first round game loss, side out in the game 2, and then play. But zombies without Plague, that's his whole engine. His whole engine was a Plague engine. So without it, he was doomed. So he had to go find a new Plague, And Plague's like a $40 card back then. I mean, thankfully, I had a friend who had 2 Plagues, and he agreed to give the guy his Plague for $20 in the bent Plague, so the guy could still play. And what my friend did, he just took the Plague back to his house and put it between some of his college books and flattened it out that way, which saved that kid's ass. But like, if my friend didn't do that, he would have been in some real trouble. So, and not only that, but also when you're playing on a table, you don't know what's been on that table. You have no idea what's been on that table. I mean, seriously, people. People could have sneezed on that table, so they're like boogers and shit are on there. That's nasty. People could little kids might pick their nose and wipe it on the table or something. It's just, you have no idea. So it's just like, why would you take the chance with your card sleeves? I mean, hey, it's a bottom of the mat. Who gives a shit? You can wash that. It's waterproof, dude. You just take a wash rag and wash that off after you're done with the tournament. But for an actual card sleeve, you can't wash a card. Well, I guess you could wash a card sleeve. I don't know. That'd be weird. But the point is, like, a mat is really good to have. It's just it just stops so many things. So definitely bring a mat. Or if you don't have one, buy one. I mean, this thing right here was $5. It's a $5 mat. Oh, well, I mean, I didn't get it for $5. I won it, but I'm sure you could buy it for $5 to $10 at a Shonen. So just go there and look. So I mean, that's all I got to say on that. The next thing is get some decent sleeves. When I say decent, I think of more along the lines of, you know, Ultra Pro kind of thing, like really good, you know, like fits the card perfectly. Though I know we've all seen it, and we all just like want to beat our heads into a brick wall when we see it. Is when you see someone playing with a deck that has a bunch of hollows in it that aren't sleeved. Like, how would you react if you saw someone playing with JDs that weren't sleeved? You'd be like, what the hell, right? I know, I do the same thing. But yeah, so sleeve your decks, please. I mean, if you don't have any, like, really good hollows or something that are worth money, then I guess you don't have to sleeve your deck. But I still think sleeving your deck is good in general. Because normal cards, like, if you look at them, they're square. They're not exactly, like, they don't shuffle together really well when you try and shuffle them sideways. So you may want to try and avoid that. It's best to avoid that, I should say. So just get some sleeves, sleeve your deck in some good sleeves. I mean, you spend $20 to enter, probably $100 on your deck, pay $5 to get some freaking good sleeves. Seriously, it's not hard. They sell them at Shonens, regionals, etc., etc. Next thing is, in one of my other videos, I told people that they should bring their Konami card with them, and their Kasi ID is on it. And they're like, well, I don't want to pull it out, and blah, 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 and blah, 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 and, you know, whiners and bitchers. So I said, fine, I'll give you another alternative. I'll give you another solution. Another solution to that is when you sign up for your Konami ID. Let's see if I can get this better suited. Maybe. No. When you sign up for your Kasi ID, they give you a little sticker. I recommend putting this sticker on the top of your deck box. It's really good, because then when you're filling out your deck list, you can go through your deck and go, okay, it says Kasi ID, you go to the top of your deck box, just put it in. So that's what I recommend for that. And then lastly, if you can, I recommend getting one of these. You know, hard case deck boxes. And people are like, well, what do I care? Why don't I just get like a, you know, let me get my other deck boxes. Give me 1 second. Okay. They asked, why don't they just use a player's choice? And the easy answer to this is, first of all, they're Velcro. These wear out really easy, I've found. I mean, I've gone through like 5 of these so far, and I've only had them for about 6 months, so the Velcro wears out really easy with how much I'm opening and closing it, so I don't like it for that reason. Another reason I don't like it is it's very flimsy. You know, you can squish it real easy, and it can bend your cards and stuff. And I've had that happen once. So this one just, it stops all that, you know. And I mean, in worst case scenario, hey, look, it's a weapon. Sorry. No, I shouldn't encourage that. But yeah, in worst case scenario, if someone tries to steal your shit, you can just like pick it up and throw it at them like a freaking baseball. I know one of my friends did that. Some guy tried to jack his shit. He grabbed this, he just threw it at the back of the guy's head and just nailed him right on the back of the head and dropped him to the floor and got his shit back. But so I mean, I think these are the best. If you can get some hard deck Ultra Pro deck protector, definitely do it. So this has been some tips for more or less sleeving your deck and keeping it cased and protecting your cards at a regionals. So, I mean, if you got any, this will probably be the last video I do, because I think I've gone over everything for going to a regionals with. If you have any suggestions, let me know. If I get enough suggestions, I might make another video, or if I think of some more stuff, I might make another video. But, till then, it's been, you know, it was fun helping all you guys out. I hope you, hope you learned some stuff from this, and hope it helps you. So, this has been the Gadget Guru, and I'll talk to all you guys later. Alright, bye.